Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for May the 28th, 2024. I'm Mom and I'm joined by Taz and Chris this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning.
Well, I would say good morning, but you know what? It is many things. Good morning wouldn't be one of them because I woke up at midnight because the doggies wanted to go out. Hi, Mikey Moo. And so I let them out. They went out. They barked at the neighbors who were in their swimming pool. They came back in, and I couldn't get back to sleep.
Oh, that's the worst.
I'm watching the time tick over on the phone. 1:15, 1:30.
And I didn't bore you enough to go to sleep either.
I finally decided I'm going to get up because I was listening to, YouTube, just stupid videos, kind of mindless stuff, so you'd have that background noise to just kind of lull you back to sleep. That wasn't working. So I got up, made myself a snack, went to the couch. The dogs decided, oh, we'll come to the couch and we'll lie down on top of you and generate heat. Okay, we'll go back to
my God.
We'll go back to bed. No. We're going to lie right next to you. Good morning, Aries Pro. And a good day to you too. Finally wound up on the couch with some water and fell asleep. It had to be well after 2, and then the alarm goes off at 4:30. Oh, not today. No work. Please, no work. But I don't have a choice this week because the person who can do my job and does my job with me is taking a very well-deserved vacation week.
Oh, I can't blame them then.
No. This is somebody who basically took no vacation since before COVID.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talking about commitment.
Oh, Aries Production renamed themselves to Aries Pro. Actually, that works out really well, Aries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like Aries Pro. That's pretty cool.
Hello, Aries.
It's faster to say, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. An excellent choice.
True.
So we had a bit of a rainstorm yesterday, so all my other stuff is Aries Pro, so yeah. Okay. Yep. So we had a rainstorm yesterday, and I thought, gee, that's funny. The water's running off the roof, hitting the gutter, bouncing off the gutter and into my porch, which is not what the purpose of the gutter is. So after the rainstorm, I go up there. The gutters are full of old, dead, rotting leaves.
The chance of living in a house, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, there's that part of me that goes, get new gutters, and then there's the part of me that goes, just clean them out. Get new gutters next year, because I'm going to redo the roof next year. Might as well do it all next year. Get a loan, get it all taken care of. Take some money out.
Are you talking in euphemisms?
No.
Okay. That would have been so much more fun.
Oh. Very good. True, Taz. That would have been better. Good morning, Mr. Dave. Wow, everybody's up early today. Does anybody need to do the Tholian Captain on New Cara?
I just did it.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. I don't care on this account. This account is completely done, but I left it open in case anybody wanted to run it. I know on day 2 it's a little bit more challenging.
There's no universal, so I didn't have to do it.
Well,
but I did it on my alternative tune, so if you want help with it, I can join with Tassie.
If anybody else needs to do it, yeah, we can put together a team. Let's see. Cover the gutters with mesh. Stops leaves going into them. Just have to clean the leaves if they fall to the ground. Aries Pro. It's a great idea. The gutters were covered with mesh. However, there were so many leaves that had fallen down since the last time anybody thought to sweep off the leaves that they actually bent the gutter, the mesh over it, and it had fallen inside the gutter to rot.
Ooh, maybe frame the mesh. Maybe some frame on the mesh.
Yeah, so that's what I'm...
It would be an idea.
Well, they got the very inexpensive $2 for a 3-foot section, so $2 per meter for the back. They make better stuff like $8 a meter. So yeah, that is definitely what's going to happen. See, I have mine. What I did was wrap the mesh all the way around, keeps it strong. Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, that's another idea.
Well, the thing I'm dealing with now is that whoever put in the gutters put them in perfectly level. They are parallel to the horizon all the way across the length of the house. You shouldn't do gutters that way. They should have a slight incline towards the downspouts. So they're holding the water, letting everything rot in there. Even when you go to flush it out, I've got the hose up there. Nope. Nobody, nope. So again, I'm going to just clean it all out, get new gutter guards up there for a while. But that's exactly what I really didn't want to be doing right now. I've got other stuff.
Oh, I'm slowly dying inside here. Every time you say gutter, I'm thinking for the euphemism of it.
I'm trying to think, is there an alternate?
Holy crap.
It's an eaves trough. How's that? It's the alternate, but yeah, it's the thing that, when the water comes pouring off your roof, it runs it off to the ends. And because we live next to a huge reservoir, it's set up that it has to go to the downspouts and then out to not the storm sewers. Yeah, the storm sewers, which is clean water. And that takes it out to the reservoir. Really nice. Keeps, it's better for the water table. Because the ground here is very wet. The ground here is very wet, and I haven't had a single mosquito this year. Go figure.
Yeah, there aren't many mosquitoes, and I was expecting we had some rains before the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting influx of mosquitoes, but no. Strangely enough, nothing. I mean, I'm not complaining. Honestly, that entire species could go extinct for all I care, but yeah, no, there's none.
I'm waiting for them. There's no way we don't get mosquitoes, but
You'll eventually get them anyway.
We will, yeah. It was cold later in the year, and we've had 2 cold spells already this year, so it's been just slowing them down. They'll be here. I promise they'll be here. All right, what shall we do today, folks? I have Tetrion damage in space, Terran ships, Herc attendance. I'm sure on all my accounts I've got stuff. I'm also...
I've got Dyson... sorry, the Vault ships and Dysons.
And I'm complete 1 Iconian TFO.
I've got 2 of those, actually.
2 Iconian TFOs?
Destructible torpedoes and Vault ships, but that's in the Dyson sphere, so I can do that on my own.
Okay.
This is a bit tedious, with hunting Vault ships in the Dyson sphere, anyway.
I finished my Voth ships this morning from yesterday because it's just like, yuck. Nope.
Nobody nope.
Let's see, I have Tetrion damage. This is not my Tetrion ship. Let's see if I have any Tetrion weapons I can stick on here. Nope. Oh, I could go get my Tetrion ship. I'm going to unteam you two, and then I'll reteam you in just a moment.
Okay.
I'm going to go grab a Tetrion ship.
Meanwhile, I'm coming to the conclusion that taking a week off for my birthday was such a good idea.
Taking 4 days off for a holiday was a really, really bad idea for me.
I mean, we do have a bank holiday. I mean, it's a church holiday, but it becomes a bank holiday on Thursday, I think. So I take even less days off than I would need to for an entire week off.
That's why so many of the people at work took extended breaks last week and this, because they'd only have to take a few less holidays or personal holidays and get ours, which is a great idea. But I'm going, oh, you know what? Having time off is great. I should retire. It's a bad idea for me. Am I on the right ship here? Yeah, I'm on my Tetrion ship. Anybody else want to come around and beat up stuff? Iconian stuff. That would leave us with Gateway and Herald's Fear, right? Is there anything else?
Yeah, I'm curious if they've made any changes to the Herald Sphere. They have updated the Iconian assets with last event. I haven't actually played the Herald Sphere since then.
Thanks, Aries. You go have fun working, and we'll be around here. We'll be around till 7. We could do Herald Sphere. It's not my favorite, but if you want to, we can.
I mean, I'm not keen on it either. I wish that TFO could have been made a bit less obnoxious, but
yeah.
I'm just curious on the visual standpoint. And either way, we would have to either wait 30 minutes for a cooldown to cool off, or do these two.
I do believe id didn't say anything about it, but I'm going to put us in for Gateway if that's okay with you two.
Yeah, sure.
We are queued for Gateway.
I just have 2 Iconians, so I'll just have to do the other one later on. I've got destructive.
Well, we can do Herald Sphere too. I mean, you don't have a 30-minute cooldown between Iconians. You just have it between the same TFO.
Yeah, just like I meant that if we were going to do Gateway twice, we'd have to wait.
Yeah, we have time. We can probably get away with that today. We will.
Yep. I meant if we wanted to avoid
Yeah.
Herald Sphere.
Well, I can switch to a different ship once I've got my Tetrion damaged, and then we can do Herald Sphere. I'll have a better chance of killing things. I did play a little bit over the weekend. I'd meant to play more, but you know, I got this stupid idea of I should actually do stuff around the house, so I now have more Star Trek pictures up in my living room. Woo! And now I have somewhat cleaner gutters. Excuse me, eaves troughs.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, 21st century, and I read people complaining about something that the Pope said, and I'm like, who cares about what Pope says? Imaginary figure of an imaginary cult. Like,
oh, he's a real figure. I mean, he's a real person.
I mean, person, yeah, but his position is imaginary. It's just... It means nothing.
Yeah, okay, it's meaningless. I'll go with that. I'm going to go left.
Ooh, Tazzy, you've got the Dreadnought. The Temporal Dreadnought is the equivalent of the Universe class from the canon side.
5th person disappeared, but looks like they had problems logging in there. We'll see him. What is
I do like that ship design.
Ooh.
Now I'm contemplating getting it for my anniversary, even though I shouldn't. I mean, not the anniversary, the yearly event. Because it's going to be the same thing.
Which the new one starts today, I believe.
Yeah, it does.
And the new episode starts today.
TFO.
Yeah. Well, I think I have a meeting at 4 o'clock here at the house, so once my meeting is wrapped up and I get the dogs walked, we will be on to play the new mission.
The starbase is secure.
Well, I'm so glad I did that. I will go over to the other side then, where the person is busy killing the aliens away from the base. Come on, where's all my toys?
Yeah, you're kind of not supposed to attack the standard ships that are not described as attacking. They're just a decoy.
I don't think I got any damage on that first round.
Oh, somehow I did my destructible torpedoes, even though Icons do not have those.
Apparently they have something.
Yeah,
probes or something, because I didn't think anything else they fire is destructible.
The Intel anomaly, the electromagnetic probe is
so the probes are treated as a destructible
torpedo. Oh, nice. Good morning, Chosen.
No.
See, it looks like there's 4 of us over here. I'll go back to the other team.
Cassie, does that ship have a cloak?
So I know you don't play Ground, Chris, but I had an interesting, fun idea on Thursday or Friday, because I had Tholians on the ground, but only 10 of them.
Nice.
So I thought, okay, I'm on New Romulus. And there's Romulans over in the Wall Ruins. So I went over there to kill them. With only 10, why not? And it turns out that if you do them on New Romulus, one, they do count. But not only do they count, the stasis drones count as Tholians, and I think one of the mines counts as a Tholian versus doing it on New Kara. In case you ever feel like doing ground Tholians again.
Yeah, really not. Unless there's like a kill 10 Tholians on the ground where I can go just to the Nukara and just...
Well, that's what it was kill 10. The only way I do kill 30 is if it happened to be at the 30-minute red alert and I was teamed with somebody, because otherwise you're not going to get 30. Oh, about halfway there.
Oh my god, I took the worst ship for this CFO.
Well, this is not the most maneuverable ship I've got, that's for darn sure, but it comes pre-equipped with all the Tetrion stuff I put on it, so why not?
That's already with plus 20 turn rate.
Who needs turn rates?
Well, then space turn rate shouldn't be an applicable thing, but whatever. Apparently in this game it does.
Well, it's gonna...
should be able to turn on the spot like Enterprise D did on the shows, but no. They need to tilt, they need to like rotate.
Yeah, there's a lot of
they
things.
They have up and down, which should be a thing.
But inertia is a thing even in space.
Inertia, yeah, true, and yeah, that's a different thing. But like turn rate, yeah, that's, and the tilting during turning, that's
that's such an in-gravity thing.
That is so dumb in the reality of space that
yes,
it can't contain it, and it's also very inconsistent. Like I think a universe class has a better turn rate than a galaxy class, and I'm like, excuse me?
Details!
Are we trying to be funny or something? Like, galaxy class is probably one of the worst turning cruisers.
It is. It absolutely is.
The only thing worse, I think, was the Borg Juggernaut, which turns like a brick.
Yeah.
But you understand it because it's massive and it's really
that makes perfect sense. It's massive.
It is an unconventional design overall because it's as asymmetrical, so you can't like maybe put equal amount of impulse drive engines, impulse thrusters, whatever. But in reality of Galaxy class, that you would see on screen, it just turns around and 180 degrees to warp out and on a spot without a hesitation. Doesn't tilt by turning, and the game does like, oh, let's tilt them. It looks cool. And I'm like, that's it. I'm wondering what was who decided that, oh, let's tilt them. It's gonna look cooler.
Well, that goes way back to the beginning of games, so that person is unlikely still with the game. Chosen says, I'll be playing the new episode after I get back from my doctor's visit today. Don't forget that there is a patch today. So if you need to run your red alert or anything, do it before the patch, because the red alert will not be up after the patch. Interestingly, they said the patch was going to be on Saturday, which... that's interesting. That was just a typo. There was no patch. And then they fixed it to say it was going to be today.
There's been an announcement today on Twitter.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Unless, of course, they've changed it again, but they've got to do a patch.
Oh god, I'm so torn for the event ship. What to take?
I haven't even claimed my event stuff from last year.
Good lord.
And the only reason I claimed it from the years prior is I wanted to get the Lobi ship to give us a prize for one of our events.
You get a strike this year.
When does the new event campaign start, Mr. Dave? Noon? Noon my time? That would be like 1 or 2 your time?
Event, yeah.
It is today.
But it's a separate campaign. It doesn't give you the main event.
Isn't today's part of the meta campaign?
No, it's not.
It's not? Are you sure?
It said it's not. Yeah, it's distinctly said in the patch notes.
Okay, I stand corrected then.
I also had an impression it is, but I read it distinctly saying that now it's separate from the event.
Okay. Yeah, I was under the impression this was the 4th of the meta events, because then the next thing that'll be up will be summer.
Summer event is gonna give us the harmony thing, I guess.
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
I didn't read what it was for.
I saw that the Ethereum ship would be out, but I didn't know if it was the summer ship, because it's kind of early to announce the summer ship. Summer isn't going to be for
I guess it might have been
another month.
Lockbox or
yeah, more likely it's the lockbox. Come on, give me. That's the one I want.
Another ship I'm gonna pass entirely. Gladly. I still think they are the major villains behind everything.
They are. There's gonna be something that comes out of this.
And no one's gonna want to fly their ships because no one likes them anymore.
Oh no, people like the villain ships. You know, those are the fun ones.
That's true. But
it's
cool
like
villains.
actors.
Ethereans don't strike me as cool villains.
Well, maybe they'll be really nefarious and we'll all come out of here and we'll figure it out. Let's see, suddenly Starfleet was infiltrated by aliens. Suddenly Starfleet was infiltrated by aliens.
How does that become sudden? We operate in space with aliens. It's obvious that one day or the other we're gonna get an infiltration situation, right? Heck, the season of Picard that didn't happen, season 1.
Yeah, seasons 1 and 2.
Romulans infiltrating the Starfleet headquarters and HQ. Having, what was her name? Admiral... She had a very short name.
Oh, Admiral you, something like that. Okay, hang on a second here.
I want to say Admiral No, but that sounds ridiculous. So
that's like Dr. No.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Roe would have been too much not to Ensign Roe, so no. But her name was short. And
it was short.
Kind of like in that kind of sense.
Okay, I'm trying to find something. Unparalleled is coming May 28th. Let me see if I can get some notes here. Okay, the Season 32 event is Delete Alt Control. The rewards for this event, yeah, it doesn't seem to be the meta. I really thought it was still part of the meta. Anyway, the rewards are a Dimensional Hypermass Torpedo Launcher, Shuttle Support Squadron, 500 Lobi, a Phoenix Epic Token, and 30,000 lithium. The Epic Token is available on every tune on your account. That does it. But it is not downgradable.
You're gonna laugh at that one. I know the name of the, she was a Commodore. Commodore O. O-H.
O-H. That's
really?
What I thought it was, and then I thought, no, that's an actress's name. They weren't going to do that one.
No, the actress is Tamlin Tomita.
Oh! And we all know Tamlin Tomita from... first season of Babylon 5, I believe.
Okay, then you're one way ahead of me.
She was in a couple of things. She was really quite a good actress. I'm kicking you guys coming. I'm going to switch ships. I think we're getting the T6 Obelisk. Really? The Ethereum ship will be added to the lock. Yeah, the T6 is being added to the Obelisk.
we are definitely getting the T6 obelisk because it was teased. Was it on the stream? They teased the
they teased
designs
it
for it.
quite a while ago. Hey, my guess is since they are going to be doing the new episode tonight, that there's
the advanced version of the obelisk was the T6 one.
Didn't they have the 3 variations on the obelisk just recently, or
No,
maybe
that was
they're
on
not?
the Dyson ship.
That's on the Dyson ship. Okay.
Yeah, but the obelisk had a designs released, but it was just concept art. We've never seen anything on it, like in terms of specs or whatever. So
Give me a second. I'm going to
it's just a
change to the other
suggestion that
account.
Tier 6 obelisk is coming, which is kind of long overdue, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's one of the ships that have been kind of neglected. I wanted to have the Tier 5 version. But it was a lobby ship. It was always hard to get, and I never got enough lobby to actually get it. So, and when I got it, there was always something better in the lobby pool.
There's always something better. The Harmony will probably be Infinity promo. Oh, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Whatever.
Are you talking about the new one? It is a Infinity lockbox, yeah. Let's see. Let's grab Complicatus and see what needs to go here. I'm switching accounts to see if there's something more interesting than Terrans and Swarm. Let's see. Oh, I have Herald chips on this one, so we are definitely going to do either Gateway or Grethor for the days out. Just let me know when you're off cooldown. And nothing else exciting here. Woohoo. How thrilling. So it's up to you guys.
My Gateway has 25 minutes cooldown.
Do we have time to do that? Yeah, we should be able to do that. I have a medium hard stop at 7 o'clock because of the long holiday weekend. My boss is like, just don't go to the grocery store. Go on Tuesday. Get us our milk and cream and all that stuff on Tuesday. The tasks. Somebody with my degree and experience, I'm the person who goes to get the milk. Like we have that appropriately decided. That's what I want. Give me a second to check something here.
Yeah, the Harmony is a big ship that they use in the TFO guillotine, but I don't think we're gonna get. I mean, we might get it at some point, but later.
Okay.
Unless it might have been the Christmas defense ship.
Drunken Heretic says it's because you are dependable, meaning why am I the person to get to the milk? Actually, Drunken Heretic, you are so close to right, it's not even funny. I love my boss. I like all my bosses, but the 2 I work with the most are amazing people, but the guy who likes milk in his coffee like I do has a master's and maybe even a PhD in what he does, and he can't figure out how to get milk from the store sometimes.
Which part is difficult?
Pardon?
Which part is difficult?
He'll get to the store and can't remember why he's there. Or he will see that they have the gallon of milk, but not the half gallon, so he won't get it. I'm like, well, we drink it, just make sure the expiration date's out like 10 days, and then everybody will drink it. They'll make smoothies and stuff for lunch. He's like, oh, yeah. It's $1.99 a gallon. We can afford it, even if it goes bad. But if you ask him to do a breakdown on all the machinery that we are using and why this doesn't work and what needs to get fixed and blah, 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 and how do we fit this in with these regulations, great, no problem. Buying milk, no. And when he does remember, he's so proud of himself. It's just amazing. Well, since this tune really doesn't need to do anything interesting, I'm going to go back to the other account.
Okay.
Where I've got a few more ships. What shall we do next, folks?
I've got either another Iconian TFO or Roth ships in the Dyson sphere. Oh, wait. I think I could do the one of the event. Yeah, I can still do one of the red alerts.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I did my red alerts when I got up this morning.
First, there's a meme that just freaked me out right now on the meme lounge.
So I am on a ship that I just put on this low-level tune, so she can use a little XP here. Whoops, wrong button. That button, Mom. There we go. But Drunken Heretic, I'm also the person who's going to go to the grocery store that's not close to my office because they sell the dog food that I need. I can pick that up at the same time. And it's right next to the really good coffee shop. I'll get myself a really good coffee.
Such a load of coincidences and
Isn't that amazing?
Conveniences, right?
Mm-hmm. It's just perfect. Anybody else want to join in for a red alert if anybody needs to run it? Yeah, exactly. And it's Tuesday, which means it's half price coffee.
Well, I wanted to grab a nice coffee in local store. They have I think it's Starbucks brand. I'm not sure if it's properly Starbucks, but it looks like Starbucks. They have a good vanilla frappuccino, but their freezer broke and it was warm and it was probably not good, so I didn't buy it.
That's terrible.
That's the only form of coffee I'll drink, and I will not have severe consequences of it.
Probably
the thing is, I can't drink proper coffee. I once went into a coffee shop. I don't know, I think I was on some sort of a date. It was years ago.
Before you go on with the story, are we okay for me to cue this up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. And I ordered a cappuccino, which was based on espresso, obviously, because they'd done it right. It wasn't made from paper, but it was actually done properly. Yep. And I drank it. It was good, but 15, 20 minutes later, my hand started to shake. And I was I don't know, everything felt so sped up. I was like, ooh, we're not doing that again. And because I've never drank proper coffee, I knew that this is probably an indication that this is something to do with the caffeine, and I'm not having that again.
It most definitely is something to do with the caffeine. And espresso, if it's a proper cappuccino made with espresso has less caffeine than regular coffee.
Yeah, and that was another reason why I was like, nah, I'm not gonna drink a proper coffee.
Yeah,
I can
get
a latte, and it just has really fragmentary amounts of traces of coffee, but yeah, I'm not gonna get the proper treatment. It's just a big no-no. God, this is a red alert. It's supposed to be easy, but these Tholian dreadnoughts hit there's no tomorrow.
I don't know.
Let go, you stupid Tholian recluse with your track.
The recluse is always a pain. The dreadnought, the big guy.
If you look at their ranks, they have one more rank than elite, so that's kind of cool.
But that Pressagrand went down fast.
I'm still in my discovery era. I still can't believe that it's gonna end.
Everything ends.
Yeah.
All good things come to an end. Also, all bad things.
I'm gonna miss Saru and...
Oh, did you see his birthday picture that he posted?
No.
Is Discovery over?
I think its last episode is coming up.
Yeah,
Night, Mr. Dave.
Episode of the entire show is on Thursday.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since season 3.
I mean, you didn't lose much in season 4.
I didn't pick it up again. It was...
Season 4 was kind of they had too little story to tell, so they had to do a few filler episodes that completely got you out of the interest and kind of undermined the sense of urgency of the major matter. I mean, it had good ideas, and I did like side character development, like Saru and his relationship with President of Navarre, which is Vulcan, and the side stuff, and the relationship between the characters. But the main overarching story is kind of eh. But season 5 is just, I think, it's one of the best seasons of a Star Trek show since season 3 Picard, and that's saying something because it really drives the lore.
I may wait a little bit longer before I watch it and see if I can get the taste of seasons 1 and 2 out of my mouth and then go watch it. But I just didn't care. Well, I didn't like it from the first episode on, but I watched it because I promised DT I'd watch it, and I promised Al Rivera I'd watch it. And yeah.
Well, I hate putting obligations on people, but I think season 5 would be very rewarding to watch.
Well,
It derives from so many shows. It even has nice parallels to TNG, DS9. It's grabbing a lot from all of these laws and it doesn't break them. They've even tried to emphasize and build upon the Breen without ruining what we've known about them from like DS9.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about it is that it actually completes elements of DS9 because it kind of emphasizes why the Breen were so eager to ally with the changelings, with the Dominion. It doesn't like say it outright, but they have a common element that you find out in Discovery Season 5 that actually kind of gives you a sense of like a background idea. Oh, maybe that's why they allied with the Dominion in DS9. And that is such a good idea. That was so well executed too. So yeah, I totally... I wasn't very keen on like Discovery's first season because it tried to redesign too many things at once.
Yeah.
And whilst I didn't mind when they updated the technology, I wasn't really that annoyed by the holograms or anything. Especially that they kind of came up with an explanation that I kind of didn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
But like the stupid Klingon redesign, yet another one that completely made them look like fish people. The fact that the Burnham was kind of like shown as this Jesus person that can do no wrong, even though she does wrong, but she can't do no wrong because she always ends up with a solution.
Yeah, no.
But
let people fail. Let your characters fail. They get more interesting when they fail.
My problem with Burnham is her low rank and her aggressiveness towards higher ranks.
Yeah.
I don't know if I heard you wrong. I think you were kind of interrupted on my end.
Tia said her low rank and her aggressiveness towards the higher ranks, superiors.
Yeah, that was kind of out of the blue, out of nothing. She didn't have any background history with higher ups that would have been like wrong, and she was right, and like there was no basis for that.
Mm-hmm.
That she had this hostility for higher ups, and that's true. But season 5 actually shows how she's changed.
Well, that's good, but it shouldn't take you 5 years to get your character development going. Changing topics just a little bit here. Worf never refers to these hyper-aggressive Klingons that we see in season 1, and I wonder, if you've seen Trials and Tribulations in DS9, right?
Yeah.
I did, but it was years ago, and I don't remember much.
There's one point where somebody turns to Worf when they go back in time to deal with the prior Klingons. Somebody described it once as Puerto Ricans in LeMay.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, them, we don't talk about that. And I'm thinking, that explains a lot why we've never heard about these other ones. Oh, them, we don't talk about that.
I mean, if they didn't... Discovery could have been easily fixed if they could have been easily fit into the canon. If they were showing that the Empire was in such a disarray that a sect of an offspring of Klingons that looked like these fish kind of creatures, but they weren't actually the same Klingons as we interact later on, that they were actually taking over, and there was kind of like a civil war situation that they were kind of taking over, but they were kind of like offshoot, like a subspecies of Klingon that were kind of like more stronger because they were in greater numbers, but the war with Federation kind of dulled the numbers, and they were never talked about again because the Klingons were really ashamed of how this offshoot acted. But then again, they emphasized that they were representative of every single of the 24 houses, and that was kind of like, well, you shot yourselves in the foot because there are a lot of people that will never accept this explanation that those were the Klingons as well.
For me, it would have been more interesting if instead of going on with the arc the way they did it in Discovery, if they'd played more into the Ja'ula story, because Ja'ula, even though we ally with her in the end in Star Trek Online, actually is a very interesting character. She is responsible for so much death and destruction and doesn't really get a comeuppance, but that's still a really interesting character.
Is she though? I don't know. I hate Ja'ula so much. I just can't accept that she was so like, oh, let's pardon you because you actually discovered conspiracy. You were right all along, but you committed atrocities like genocide.
No. I'm not arguing that at all. That's why I think she would be a more interesting character. Because here is this person who will change her alliance and her directives and everything based on the outcome. Not necessarily a personal outcome, but what she wants. She can do anything she needs to. And that makes it a character you can't predict and you can't understand. So in the end, we're kind of like, yeah, Ja'ula, and then you realize, hold on a second there. We just allied with the bad guys. What does that say about us?
Yeah.
So I like the fact that that's a, she was from a comic book, wasn't she, originally?
Ja'ula?
Mm-hmm. She wasn't original to Star Trek Online.
I don't know. I mean, she was from House Mokai, which was the house of Laurel.
Right.
Which was from the spy sect of spy sect of the Klingon Empire, but
yeah, in the end, we ally with Laurel as the new Chancellor, right?
Yeah, she is the new Chancellor.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense than Ja'ula, because Ja'ula, with her history, would not make a good leader.
No, Ja'ula would never be. I mean, I think people would riot even in the game if they did that.
Yeah.
I think they're more sensible than Discovery writes, but they changed the writers for Discovery around
they always
season.
The way most of TNG is, and I think DS9 is probably the exception, is they tended to have individual standalone stories so they could have different writers. And it wasn't until DS9 that they really worked on a consistent arc.
Yeah, with the Dominion and evolving, looming. I mean, they did Progression and Voyager, which was kind of forced by them getting closer to the Federation space in time, and there were moments where they were actually tracking, like backtracking or like remembering things that happened and before. So there was a sense of progression, but it was looming towards something devastating. They weren't like threading against a bigger threat of the war, like.
Excuse me one sec.
Keep looking at your dreadnought, Tazi, and I really start more and more to dig that design.
How are we on our cooldown for Gateway? Just out of curiosity. Should be about 8 more minutes.
9 minutes exactly.
9 minutes exactly. Well, shall we do something between now and then, and then I'll switch over and we can do.
Why don't we do Herald, Sparrow, Backup? Why do we have to wait for Gateway to Greta?
Fine. We can do Herald Sphere. I'm going to break up the team, though, because I'm going to switch back to the other account. Because I need it on my other account. Give me one sec here.
Speaking of TV shows, has anyone ever watched the show Dexter?
Yeah. I also read the books.
The books were a completely different cup of tea.
The books were really good.
What did you call the show?
Dexter?
The serial
laboratory Dexter.
Yeah,
that was about the serial killer, yeah.
Yeah, Dexter was awesome.
I mean, until season 8, but...
I didn't see season 8.
I didn't watch it that far.
And
I watched it until his sister almost caught him, and then I fell off. I never watched it again.
Oh yeah, so that was the end of season 6. Yeah, season 7 is
I had like a great cliffhanger I'm really curious to go back to. So, but I've heard so much negative about the other seasons that I'm like, yeah, maybe I should leave this one with a good memory, or
That's the thing. Season 8 is kind of like it becoming so unhinged. It completely ignores any sense of the logic established in the world. So like, he used to be cautious about killing people. There was like
Yeah.
the police was kind of keen on actually finding if someone disappears, and they start questioning that.
Weeble?
I
Weeble.
I didn't get a pop, so I don't know.
Okay. Let's try that again. It says you're in the team.
Yeah, but he accepted the invite after
Let's see,
the
I might have, yeah. But like in season 8, stuff happens that police is completely blind, ignores the obvious. And the ending of the show is just terrible. But I've just recently learned that they're doing a prequel TV series of Dexter.
I enjoyed Dexter in terms of...
Like when he was a kid?
No, not a kid. When he was, I think, in college years. So his dad is still alive. There's completely new cast. It's weird. So yeah, I'm just terrified because they did a sequel series that kind of picked off 10 years after the end of the original series. So after season 8's finale.
What? They made
that was a year ago, I think. A year and a half,
really?
I think. Yeah, it brought the most of the original cast, even though it was happening in a completely different area. Without spoilers, it had wonderful ideas. It had great writing because they brought on the writer from season 4 with the Trinity Killer that had John Lithgow doing the Trinity.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good.
They even got John Lithgow to reprise Trinity as a retrospect, like a cutscene, or like a scene with him, but like from a past that we haven't seen originally, but it kind of fits into the story. And then the final episode kind of ruined the entire thing. So I was so sure, I was so hopeful that they're just going to leave it dead. Like, let's just leave it at that. Let's not do anything about Dexter ever again. And now I hear that they're making an entire fresh cast TV series with prequel stuff about him in the college times when he's just studying and starting to kill people. And I'm like, why? And the new cast announcement and the names attached to the particular roles, like, no. Why are you doing this? I'm so terrified that they're gonna completely ruin the legacy of that show because Michael C. Hall is not attached to it at all. Christian Slater is going to play Harry, his dad. So like,
interesting.
Yeah, he doesn't look the part, but whatever. Deborah is going to be played by someone named Molly Brown. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who Molly Brown is.
Yeah, and Dexter is going to be played by someone called Patrick Gibson.
Definitely not.
And I saw there's a reveal on Twitter on Dexter Showtime Dexter page, and I look at him and there's not even bare resemblance or anything. And we've seen retrospects where Michael C. Hall or younger actors were playing younger Dexter on the show, and I'm like, they don't even look alike. Why are we standing with a TFO, by the way? Oh, we actually got queued. Is Tazzy not in the team anymore?
No, because you hadn't come in yet, so I declined, thinking that I would snag it before the rest of us did, but they got pulled into it.
Accepted.
Yep.
And I insta-clicked accept the moment I saw it, so I got pulled in.
I need to make sure we all are on board before it hit the clicks, so my bad. I will take full acknowledgement if I screwed that one up. So we are re-queued for Herald Sphere, but if it doesn't come up and we hit the time out, I will go to Gateway.
3 minutes for Gateway.
And we'll see what pops up first.
So yeah. So yeah, I was like, no, why are you touching this? It was such a bad idea to like touch this franchise anymore. Like, they should let certain things dead.
Well, The thing with Hollywood and that mentality is, hey, we've got something successful. Let's ride it into the ground and get as much money out of it as we can.
Once.
And
not until the end.
Yeah,
if it didn't end on a peak, don't pick it up.
Yeah, just let it go. If Game of Thrones didn't teach everybody to just drop it, if you can't keep up the quality, just drop it, let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the fault of the showrunners and the author of the books, because they ran out of material and they didn't come up to him like, okay, what did you envision after these events that you've wrote up until? But I don't know if he was like, I'm not going to tell you until I write it.
Yeah,
or
pretty
I don't
much.
know yet.
From what I've heard, he's just like, I'll get around to writing that one of these days, but it is an unfinished work.
So instead of like ending it there, I don't know if it ended on a cliffhanger or anything. It was like, I was afraid that Game of Thrones is going to jump out of my fridge, so I didn't ever watch it, because it was like, the more something is emphasized, advertised, and it's popping out on every ad and trailer and teaser and I think I'm just not going to watch it. I just have that kind of thing in my head and mentality that the more they try to shoehorn it, the more I know I don't want to watch it. I'll watch it 10 years later, and if I like it, then I will like it. If I won't, then I won't. But if it's something on the hype and everyone watches it and everyone says, "Oh, you gotta watch it," I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, no, that's why I don't have to watch it, because you're telling me that.
Oh yeah. Are we
but
off of cooldown? We should be just about there.
let me see. Yeah, we can. No, wait. Gateway is 50 seconds.
Okay. Alrighty. No problems. No problems. Yeah, when people tell me, "Oh, you got to watch this," after somebody said you got to watch Game of Thrones, and they came over to the house, turned it on, started up, and I'm like a minute in, going, "No, no, 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 no! I'm not going to watch this."
I used to work at the emergency phone line in here. Which was like,
we're off cooldown, right? Nope.
Not yet.
Not yet.
10 seconds, 15 seconds. Yeah. God, so many so literal. Right, all the annoying elevator music, right?
Yep.
I used to work at the emergency phone line, and we were training with the police department, so we were kind of like listening to the phone calls, and at some point we actually started to answer the phone calls at some point at the police station. And I'm off the cooldown, by the way.
Okay, it's still got a red flag for me.
Yeah,
I'll take
I'm
a moment. There we go.
Off.
Oh, and of course Herald Sphere pops immediately. Do you want to do Herald Sphere?
Whatever comes first. I think we should go for this one.
Okay, Herald Sphere.
I don't know how long we're gonna wait. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
You're gonna wait another 3 minutes, like.
I love the timing on that. No, we'll go right now. Thank you.
Yeah, that was mean. That was deliberate. That's fate telling us, "Oh no, you're not gonna get what you want."
Watch we'll have people getting declines on it.
Yeah. And I remember, like, I was on a shift with a bunch of girls, and they were like, "Oh my god, we gotta watch Game of Thrones." And someone brought a laptop, and they were watching it. And I was like, I don't know, there was something about a blood wedding or whatever, and I saw the scenes of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, when I saw stabbing of a pregnant woman in the belly, and I'm like, nope.
Yep.
That show has immediately gone out of any chance of ever being watched by me.
Yep,
And
it's
not like I have something for children or anything like it, but I don't think shows should like emphasize on that brutality. Like Dexter has never shown him like physically. Camera didn't pan out on him cutting people into pieces.
Right.
If it did, I wouldn't have watched it, because it's a little bit too much emphasizing violence for the violence's sake, and I think Game of Thrones largely thrilled and thrived.
Oh, absolutely.
Showing too much for a little bit too long. It was like watching Passion of Christ all over again all the time. And I'm like, nah, that's not something I want to watch, and that was one of the reasons why I've never touched a single episode of Game of Thrones. And I never will, and they do the prequel thing, and I'm not even...
Nope. Oh, the prequel's just awful, so you're not missing anything there.
Yeah. But then again, you can ruin it without emphasizing violence for too much. They killed the
Yeah,
Witcher series before it started. The first season was kind of okay, and then the second season came out, and I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ!"
No, not watching that. Though, speaking of Witcher and going off that one, do you know if Warhammer is a series or if it's a movie? The one that they've been talking about with Henry Cavill.
It's gonna be a series.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a series, and Cavill. I'm rooting for him, even though I don't know anything about Warhammer whatsoever. So
Well, let me
whatever.
tell you about Warhammer.
Oh my God!
No, you don't
I'm gonna
really.
regret
It's
saying-
such a complex story.
I so hope he doesn't try to put himself in a Primarch role.
No,
Because
that
that
would not be interesting.
off the bat.
The thing
I
is,
really hope he goes for the Eisenhorn novel.
yes, I was going to
he
say that.
portray himself as Gregor Eisenhorn.
That would be
Because
good. Oh God, what's
I've
his name?
read
Garviel
all
Loken would be
Gregor
my other one that
Eisenhorn
I would
novels.
love to see him as
They are
Garviel Loken.
Oh, okay.
I just love that
Got me
character.
there. I want to see him as Garviel Loken. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a good character.
I've reached. I started on the fringes. It's like I read. I started with Eisenhorn, then I went over to.
Gateway opening at 11 o'clock.
Holy crap! How can I put that?
At 3 o'clock.
That Necron guy.
Necron guy. I don't know which Necron guy.
The one with the Pokeballs. The one that goes around and captures everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't remember his
Lost
name.
in the Infinite.
Thank you.
That guy.
That guy.
He's awesome. And
actually would be-
I did the other book with him and his nemesis. Or
I would love to see a series about God, Commissar. Caiaphas Cain.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, the books of
after
Caiaphas
I
Cain
did-
are great.
After I did Rasen the Infinite, I did the Mechanicus.
Yep.
And Belisarius Call is amazing. I love that guy.
Well, Caiaphas Cain is.
Him and Friedrich. Oh my god, poor Friedrich. Friedrich Crow 87.
There are just too many good characters. I love Horus, the Horus Heresies,
Yeah.
and you read about that his character, and you know he's not a character in the end that you like, but you go through this whole process with him, and he's a protagonist slash
You go
antagonist
through
that's
a whole-
really interesting.
It's like my last Eisenhorn novel ended on the Yellow King,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, who's that? I've never heard about the Yellow King. Did a Google search and was like, oh my fucking god. Do you know who it is?
I do not. I don't know that book.
Oh,
You can
then
tell
I
me.
can't say anything.
You can.
because no.
But you know I can go Google it now.
Yeah, but it's a giant mindfuck. You can't do it because you have to be.
Oh my God! The children are watching.
It's too good of a story for you to. I ruined my part by going in and googling it, and I really regret the decision because it's such a prominent person
Oh.
that
Okay.
it's gonna blow your fucking head off, and you really wanna continue the story a little bit further. So those two storylines, like the King in Yellow and Gregor Eisenhorn's story, is going to merge.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Then don't tell me. Don't tell me.
So
I
far,
will have to go read that
Yeah.
one. I'm
do you know the Pariah Nexus?
maybe.
Beckwin, his psychic blank.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, she goes off and starts making herself a school of psychic blanks
Mm-hmm.
that she is training for Eisenholm. And this is a separate, I think it's like a 9-book series with her doing this. And
Okay.
that series culminates in her and Gregor Eisenholm meeting the King in Yellow. And it's such a big head popper that when you read it on Google, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I wish I didn't do this."
I won't go look it up then. I'm wondering if I've got the books. I've been pulling the books out of boxes. I have
Oh,
a couple hundred of
I don't
the.
know why I don't get physical stuff ever, so I have to consume this virtual
Oh.
story thingy on Audible.
No, this is always my Christmas present from my son, is he will buy me, whatever the latest series is. Always a Caiaphas Cain. And
Oh, cool.
so
Yeah, because
the two sets of books I have left are my Star Trek books and my Warhammer books.
mhm.
So, and for reasons, I haven't really read anything in the last 5 years. I'm just slowly getting back into reading.
Well, are you reading manually?
Yes, I'm reading manually.
Yeah, stop that. You can borrow my Audible subscription.
Oh, I have an
And
Audible
just go-
subscription.
Yeah, you have.
I do.
Yeah, but you haven't bought the books, have you?
Nope, I haven't bought those. Somebody sent me something else to read first, so I've been reading.
I have bought
different
them in
series.
order, so I don't.
Well, when I was
I
driving
love
back
the
and forth to
book.
Chicago, I would do the Audible books because, what else are you going to do for the 8 hours every weekend driving? 10 hours on a bad weekend. And now I just do 6 hours a week going to and from class.
8, 9.
But it's kind of nice now that I've got a backyard. If the weather's decent, I've got a hammock, I've got a book. As long as it's not too mosquito-y, I'm going to go sit in the backyard and read.
I have ADHD, so everything that involves me sitting still is not functioning. So I put on a headset and I walk a 3 or 4 hour trip. Just walk while I'm listening to this audiobook, and it's amazing.
I should probably do that because I need to walk the doggos more.
Yeah, it started out with this. When I was walking the dogs, I just put the headset on, and then suddenly the dog is not in front of me anymore. It's behind me, and it's trying to stop, and it's like, I want to go home now. This is not fun anymore.
So for reasons, I wound up getting in touch with an old student of mine, and he adopted a puppy, a rescue puppy, and they didn't know what breed it was. Turns out it's a Malinois. And as he put it, this is definitely a military dog. Dog gets up, says, okay, we're just going to do a quick walk before breakfast. Okay, 5 miles at a run. And they get home. The dog has breakfast, and then looks up at her guy and going, okay, you ready to go seriously walk now? He's like, what?
Yeah, not only they're demanding, but they also need a lot of activity.
Yeah, they need activity and they need training. They love training.
I had a cane corso,
Oh,
which is a rather huge dog.
they are huge dogs, but they're so adorable.
Oh my god, they're so lovely. And me and him, we could go hours at a time.
Yeah.
His paws were bricks.
Bricks?
It's like bricks. His paws, there were no softness in them.
Really?
He could use them to demolish stuff. Yeah, because he had hardened them so much.
Oh, okay.
It's like during a day, we could easily go 5-hour trips during a day. Almost every day.
Well, my big one can do a couple hours. No problem. She loves it. The little one, not so much. So I bought a sling for her. So when she gets super tired, I can just pick her up, put her in the sling, and we can go hiking.
Yeah.
Do some serious dog works.
When my Cane Corso passed away, I adopted a Rottweiler.
Mm-hmm.
But this poor girl came from a family that thought a trip out into the yard was all the walk she needed.
Aww.
She literally had softer paws than I have soft fingers.
Oh, goodness.
And that is scary.
Well,
I didn't know this, so our first trip I was like so excited and come on, let's go for a happy trip.
And she was not ready for that.
Around there, having the time of my life, and then I'm suddenly noticing paw prints behind this poor dog, and they are turning red.
Oh, poor
I'm
baby.
like, oh my god, we've only been walking for half an hour.
Well, you gotta build up to that kind of stuff.
Walk her paws off.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I had to pick her up and just carry her back home.
Oh, I can carry the little one. The big one carrying her home would be an adventure. Anyway, I'm a little late. I need to head out to get the milk for the office. We will be back. Probably we'll be back on a little bit earlier tonight because I do want to run the episode and I'd like to run through it and listen to dialogue with everybody. So if you want to run the episode with me tonight and start with the Borg Battle Royale, we can do that too. Planning to be on like 6 o'clock rather than 7. But we will see. I have a meeting from 4 till 5, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I am out of here, so everybody have a wonderful day and stay moopsome.